James is a warehouse manager for Big Shipping Inc. Lately, he has been talking with the temporary employee Samantha. They exchange each other's Snapchat usernames and begin sending messages to each other after work. They discuss pets, food, and things they enjoy doing. One day, James sends a Snapchat to Samantha asking for a not safe for work photo. Do you believe James's conduct is appropriate? Would you consider this sexual harassment? If you believe it was, at what point did this conduct become sexual harassment? Does it change your opinion if you learn that Samantha felt scared that if she didn't send a photo, it may affect her job? Would it change your opinion if James replied, "Send the picture, don't bother showing up for work tomorrow"? Without a doubt, at this point, James has committed sexual harassment. However, James put Samantha in an uncomfortable position long before even asking for inappropriate photos. Today, we are discussing the topic of sexual harassment in the workplace. We know this topic can be uncomfortable for some and seem unnecessary to others. Training on this topic is sensitive and sometimes uncomfortable, but it's vital to maintaining a workplace where everyone is comfortable doing their jobs to the best of their ability. And while creating a healthy work environment should be enough motivation to pay attention, did you know that between 2018 and 2021, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission recovered $299 million on behalf of victims of sexual harassment in the workplace in the U.S. alone? This is in addition to the nearly $2.6 billion, yes, that's billion with a B, that experts estimate is lost annually due to negative impact of sexual harassment on productivity. If that's not enough motivation, here's one more reason to pay attention. If you commit sexual harassment, whether intentionally or not, it can cost you your job. Jack Cooper will not tolerate harassment of its employees in the workplace. And trust us, that will not be a fun conversation for James when he goes out to apply for new jobs. In this short series, we will explain what sexual harassment is, share best practices to prevent sexual harassment from occurring, and discuss what to do if you experience or witness sexual harassment at work. Let's start with the definition. Sexual harassment is a form of discrimination based on sex in violation of Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Sexual harassment includes unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other conduct of sexual nature where such conduct negatively affects an individual's employment, interferes with their work performance, or creates a hostile or offensive work environment. Visual and verbal forms of sexual harassment can include inappropriate pictures or drawings, offensive comments or speech made through email, text, Teams chat, conversation with coworkers, or even social media, requesting sexual favors, or making inappropriate comments regarding someone's appearance. Examples of physical harassment may include inappropriate or unwelcome touching, patting, hugging, kissing, or other physical contact, physically blocking another or cornering another person with one's body, or even sexual assault. Left unchecked, sexual harassment may create a hostile work environment. This is where sexual advances, comments, or innuendos are so pervasive as to create an unproductive and unsafe work environment. Another form of sexual harassment is known as quid pro quo, which means this for that. This refers to a supervisor or coworker demanding sexual favors in exchange for avoiding negative employment action, like being demoted or obtaining positive employment action such as a promotion. This brings us back to James. Once James conditioned Samantha's employment on her sending lewd photos, he committed indisputable quid pro quo sexual harassment. But the question is, had he committed harassment before this more obvious line was crossed? Before we answer that, let's consider perspective. We tend to take the perspective in the story of the person we most relate to. When asked at the beginning of this video if James's conduct was inappropriate, some may have immediately thought from Samantha's perspective. This may be because of your prior experiences, because of your gender, because of your values, or because of what you've been trained or taught. Or it could be because you wouldn't want your friends or family treated the way Samantha was. Or you may have immediately taken James's perspective, particularly before the last fact twist. This may be because of your being in a role where you also supervise others, because of your gender, or because you are afraid your own past conduct could be misconstrued by someone. But where does the law come out on the matter of perspective? Does it matter what James intended, or is it based on what Samantha felt? To answer this question, one of the key words comes from the definition of harassment we shared earlier: unwelcomed. unwelcomed hinges on Samantha's perception of the conduct, not James's intentions. Samantha felt uncomfortable. She was worried about her job even before being given the ultimatum. In short, James's conduct was unwelcome, inappropriate, and likely to constitute sexual harassment long before he articulated job loss as a consequence of noncompliance. This is true even if James didn't intend anything negative. In future videos, we will take a look at best practices for managing and working with others and additional examples of sexual harassment. Until then, we want to remind you that if you have experienced or observed sexual harassment in the workplace, or you aren't sure if what you have experienced or observed is appropriate, to please contact a member of HR. Thank you. We look forward to diving into this important topic with you again next time.